Though Matlock is having a tremendous run in her first season, Episode 6 shows the biggest challenge to her covert scheme for retribution. Actually, Madeline Matlock is Madeline Kingston from the 1980s procedural classic Andy Griffith's remake. The character of Kathy Bates has a hidden scheme to enter Jacobson Moore, a prominent New York City law firm she intends to answer for the death of her daughter, Ellie. Madeline's scheme is firing all cylinders. But something has been silently slowing her down week after episode. It has been the toughest challenge the Matlock narrative presents. In Matlock Episode 6, Madeline helps Olympia, Sky P. Marshall, on a Julian case. The Matlock characters, known as 16 Steps, are retrying a tainted baby formula lawsuit they lost the first time. This retry illustrates the conflict that the litigation caused between Olympia and Julian, ultimately leading to their decision to divorce during the trial. But in Episode 6, the retry pulls them close, and the co-parents get back together. This is great news for Madeline, as Olympia and Julian offer her the opportunity to collaborate on a pharmaceutical lawsuit as an allied force. However, Madeline's promising opportunity is set to collide with her greatest risk. Episode 6 Matlock highlights the greatest danger Edwin poses to Madeline's plan. Unfortunately, but for a noble reason, Edwin, Sam Anderson, Madeline's husband, is the biggest threat to her Matlock revenge scheme. In the Matlock premiere, the septuagenarian pair seemed to be an allied force. Edwin eagerly welcomes the attorney home from her first day of employment, during which they discuss her personal development. With the assistance of Madeline's 12-year-old grandson, Alfie Aaron D. Harris, everything keeps running perfectly while the scheme unfolds. Up until Episode 4, when the first rift in Madeline and Edwin's alliance arises, he remains there to provide technical support and assist with planning. Helping Madeline with her revenge scheme wears Alfie out on top of his homework. He even informs his teacher about his illness, then requests a free pass to help his grandmother at home. Edwin advises Madeline to manage without Alfie, witnessing his grandson's exhaustion and urging her to take action. Despite receiving her husband's support, Madeline endures hardships without her grandson, which culminate in Episode 6 when the case triggers a panic attack in her. Edwin now persuades her she should completely abandon the idea. How Madeline's Matlock Episode 6 ending decision may affect her marriage to Edwin. By the end of 16 Steps, Madeline and Edwin had quite different ideas about forward direction. Saying it's her last chance to parent her kid, Madeline insists on seeking justice, claiming it is the finest way to support Ellie after her death. Edwin disagrees and begs his wife to give it up and raise their grandson. Their different perspectives on involving Alfie intensify the conflict. It is abundantly evident by Episode 6 that Madeline and Edwin view grief in different ways. Still, other circumstances will force the couple to go over their disputes again. When Olympia and Julian contact Madeline about working on a pharmaceutical case, she agrees with her husband that she will abandon her secret scheme. Edwin is adamant that Madeline abandon her secret scheme, implying that her decision to hold on to it could lead to conflict. Still, Edwin might be able to understand. He becomes upset in Matlock Episode 5 and understands the significance of their mission, which could resurface. Still, the couple's fight will slow Madeline down at best and wreck her plan should she keep running across arguments with Edwin, therefore casting doubt on her purpose in Matlock.